there, wrestling fan. Welcome to episode 90 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther Jr., the third. And now introducing to the mic, my partner for this trip around the world through the solar system, back to all 50 states and checking out all the countries. And look at all the stars. It's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on internationally? No, what's going on, Joe? How's it going, buddy? How's it going?
Man, look at all those stars tonight. They look really interesting. Right, Kiki?
Yep.
You're not too excited about the stars tonight. Look at all those stars. Because let's give a look up in the sky and let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Space Jesus, Billie Stark.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Welcome. You're episode 90, man. We're on the march to. Yeah, no, it's so excited. You can tell our future little people in the future that listen to our podcast. Billie Stark is episode 90. Can't get bigger than Billie Stark. So if our fans are not familiar with you, I don't know why they're not. Introduce yourself.
I'm Billie Starkz. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I've been wrestling for 3 years. And I'm Space Jesus, the blue-haired girl. And yeah, that's my story.
Awesome. Welcome again. So who trained you?
I was trained at Grindhouse Pro Wrestling by Rudo Lomata and Rudy Switchblade. And the school is ran by Too Tough Tony.
Awesome.
What was your first match like in front of a crowd?
It was really exciting. So I had my first match like 6 months after I started training, which I thought was like really crazy because I was also so young. I'm sorry if you hear my bunny in the background. It just decided to make noise.
No, it's fine. It's like there might be an echo over here because I'm in an echo room right now. So,
but my first match was really exciting. My first match was actually supposed to be like pre-show of like one of our student shows, and then me and the other girl sold so many tickets they were afraid like all the crowd was going to leave, so they put a semi-main event for like my first ever match, and I was like, this is crazy. And my first match ended up being a triple threat with another girl I trained with and Amazing Maria.
So you go next, Geek.
Yeah, your matches, by the way, are awesome. The match you had with Jake something, the Hurricane Rana through the table, I think that was probably one of the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
So I noticed you said you've been in like almost like different parts of the country. So out of all the places in the country you've been to so far, like which is your favorite place to wrestle?
Ooh. I'm a very big New Jersey fan, but I think it's from where I've wrestled in New Jersey. The crowds have always been really, really hyped, and I just love their excitement. And this is no diss on like other places that I've wrestled because I always have a good time. But for some reason, I feel like New Jersey has a different type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Geek, I guess we have to go to Jersey for a wrestling show now. Should hint, come to New Jersey when I'm there, guys.
So
Trust
I know,
me, you email us or DMS. You're going to be in Jersey. We'll find a way. Jurassic Park style. We will be there.
So I know wrestling. You always learn something new every day when you're wrestling. Same with the podcast. You learn something new every day. But I know working with Kylie Ray, Jake something, and Shotzi Blackheart. What's the one thing you learned from them by working with them?
One thing I've learned is just staying positive through like all of the bad stuff. Like there's a lot that happens in wrestling, but there's so much that we have to take to like care about our mental health and like just worry about us sometimes. And I feel like they're really good images for that, of just taking care of yourself and worrying about your own career.
So your costume is so cool. Every time we see it, I see the different pictures of it and like outfits you wear. Like, who did you draw up your outfit you wear in the ring, or did someone just say, okay, do you want this or that?
So it's kind of like a mixture of my ideas and my mom's. My mom helps out a lot with the like pretty side of wrestling, like the merchandise and my gear and all that stuff. So I'll have like an idea and then she like makes it into this pretty design for me. But like the cut of it actually is kind of funny. Like for my first match, I had to get like gear made, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and everybody told me to do like dance websites, cheerleading, whatever. So I got on like a dance website, and the cut is the same as like all my gears now because I just really like the cut, and then I started getting professional gear done, just with my own designs and that cut still.
Interesting.
How did you come up with the gimmick for Space Jesus?
Oh, this is a story. So Space Jesus was made from an inside joke. I'm gonna let everybody in on the inside joke now. But it was from this guy. So this guy comes into a Jimmy Jacobs seminar. He is with freaking biker gloves on, biker jacket, wrist tape already taped up. Like he's ready to go. So he comes into the seminar. Jimmy Jacobs is going around asking people like, "Oh, what's your gimmick? What is like your character?" He's going around, everybody's answering. He gets to this guy, and this guy goes, "I'm a street fighter." And Jimmy Jacobs goes, "I think you need more than that. I think what makes you special?" And he was like, "I think this will explain it all." And proceeds to take off his leather jacket, takes off his shirt, and what is revealed is alien Jesus walking across water, tattooed on this man. And Jimmy Jacobs just nods his head and continues going down the line. The story's not over. There's more. So he just proceeds on with the seminar, keeps going, finishes up. Then at the end, they begin collecting money. And the guy with the tattoo goes, "You had to pay for this?"
Oh, jeez.
Everybody was like, and then he proceeds to go, "I'm on the show." He was definitely just not on the show. Gets kicked out. We nickname him Space Jesus. And then at a show later that week, one of the ring announcers was like, "Who wants to be announced as Space Jesus tonight?" And he like announced it in the locker room. We're all laughing about it. And I like walked up to him and was like, "Oh, do me." And he was like, okay. And by the time I like finish dealing with my match and I go out there, and he announces me, he goes, "Space Jesus, Billie, Starkz." And I'm like, and you see me just light up with the biggest smile. And I think the crowd could just feel that. And they all came behind it. And I was like, you know what? This is kind of funny. I'm going to keep it. And I just like incorporated it into my own thing. But it all came from this guy just being a hot mess and having alien Jesus walking across water tattooed on his chest. And I was like, this is it.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine if, oh man, just all that from just one seminar, you know? Can you imagine if it was like a wrestler you know today?
I'm just so upset that like I wasn't there for that seminar because I planned on doing it and I ended up having a show and I was like, why do I miss the most important things?
But I mean, like, can you imagine if it was like someone like Seth Rollins and you're like, I can't believe
It'd be insane.
and then he goes to WWE and he's like, he made it to WWE. What the
Space Jesus.
Space Jesus. Look at that.
So have you ever created yourself, or has anybody ever created you in a video game, or has anybody given you like a doll that they made of you?
So I did like Secret Santa a few years ago, and I got paired with Fully Gimmicked, and Fully Gimmick for my Secret Santa gave me action figure of myself, and then my mom also got a guy to commission a doll for her or a action figure for me. So they both are like set up. One's in like my first ever gear, and then my first ever like professional gear. And I love both of them. And I think they're both like super sick. And Fully Gimmicks has like the packaging and like my picture on it and the galaxy background. And I'm like, how are people so creative and good at what they do?
Have you ever seen anybody like? Do you play video games, Billie, or not really?
I'm a big video game person, but I'm more of like a first shooter Call of Duty type person. I've been
Okay.
obsessed with Splitgate. Splitgate is like a new game that came out, and I'm like, this is sick.
Now I'm gonna look your name up on 2K19 to see if anybody created. If they did, I'm taking a picture of my screen and I'm gonna email it to you later. If they did, I'm like,
See, my brother's a big fan of 2K. I really haven't gotten into it. I'll like randomly steal his controller and play whenever we hang out.
that's always the fun part, because if you're the wrestler and you're playing what you do for on like say for fun, you know what I mean? Like in the somebody followed us. Yes, Billie Magic. Billie Stark Magic.
We need that woo. We need that woo now, Joe. Right?
Woo! Need to get the woo. Put the woo up. Where is it? You're the man behind the camera. I'm just the announcer. Woo! You can't see that fan. We just wooed.
It's the Billie Magic that helped us out. There you go.
It's the space magic. Oh, there's a wrestler that I don't know if you ever heard of. Oh no. Oh, move on, geek. I forgot the name. I'll remember it. Oh god.
What's your opinion on intergender wrestling? Because I've seen you wrestled a lot of it, so I want to know what your opinion on the business as a whole.
I'm a big advocate for intergender wrestling. I feel like it opens the spectrum for wrestling so much more. And it also gives me new opponents to wrestle, because women talent is kind of limited compared to how many male talent there is on the independents. And I feel like if we have new competitors, it gives more room for growth, because the more people you wrestle, the more you can learn, because you get to learn a different style. Everybody wrestles a little bit differently. So I always enjoy intergender matches. And it also is interesting for the crowd because you don't see them so often. It brings like a new energy. Like, this is something some people have never seen before. And if they have, it's usually always been a great experience or something they get excited about.
Yes. So, like, for example, I'm going to book a match now. It's going to be Space Jesus versus Man Bun Jesus right there. That's the match right there. So
I guess he's going to try to make us guest commentary for that match. We're his boys, but then I guess you're going to have to be the heel, and I'll go for Billie. You're going to have to go for Man Bun. So, sorry, Man Bun, for this podcast in the future. Sorry, bro. It's Billie Stark. Gotta go for Billie. She's the face, so I'm gonna go for the face. Got you, Billie.
They're both faces, so I don't know if who would be the face in this match, really.
Definitely me. I'm the blue-haired one. Come on.
Yeah. Do you prefer being heel or face in your matches, if you can make a decision?
See, I'm a very big baby face, and my mom jokes about it all the time, and she's like, you're a jerk in real life. I can't wait for the day people like let you be a heel so you can just break all these little girls' hearts. Like, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be like the Bailey switch over. Like, she was always baby, and then it's just like the soccer mom haircut.
Oh jeez.
How would you plan your heel turn is the question.
I don't want to spoil it. I think it's like for the future. Like, you have to wait and see.
We're gonna get that video. Watch. She's gonna send me the email. Joe, don't post this till later tonight. I got you. What? You see? And I'm looking at it. Geek, Billie sent me a video, and I can't post it till like tomorrow. What time did she send it to you? About 11 o'clock. What is it? It hasn't broken yet that we lost a face. Now she's. It had the really angry face, so she said if I post it, she'll zap me out of existence.
It's like the Thanos snap.
Yeah. I see this blue light through my window. Oh, she knew my address. Panicking.
Another great match would be probably you versus Chris Statlander would be another great one.
I really do want that match sometime soon. I feel like it would be very interesting to see how we would pair up. And I think she's an amazing athlete and amazing wrestler just in general. And I love the boop that she does to everybody. I think it's hilarious, and I'm like, this is perfect.
I said that the kid didn't get it. He's like, huh? And I'm like, didn't you notice the boop she does? He's like, no. And I'm like, I guess I noticed stupid stuff. Like, do I notice stupid things? I notice the boop. Try to do that to people at work.
Sometimes like the Ghostbusters reference, we're closed.
Oh, yes.
Everyone got that though. So
Yeah. So do you collect anything, Billy?
I'm not really a big collector. Like, when I was like little, I would always collect like all the posters of shows I've been to and all that stuff. And like my mom's thing is she wants like a poster of every show I've ever been on. So there's like a little flip book of all the posters that I'm on, and some of them I've forgotten because I did not put them in the folder.
Oh
She's like,
no.
come on, it's incomplete. There's stuff missing.
Oh,
Uh, but I try to collect stuff. I'm just bad about it because I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't have room. I have a bunny to worry about. It takes up so much space and it just runs around. I feel like it's gonna eat everything. I feel like bunnies are just mini like goats. They like eat anything for no reason at all, and I have to like pay attention. I'm like, you're not supposed to do this.
what's the bunny's name?
The bunny's name is Thumper. He's a hot mess.
Oh god, that touches my heart. I had a bunny named Thumper when I was a little boy.
Oh,
Yes, and Thumper was is it the normal type of ears like a bunny, or is it the ears that are down?
oh, he has the pointy ones.
Oh, our Thumper, his ears were down.
He's a black chocolate bunny.
So cute. The one I had, his ears were down, and he used to chase around my Shih Tzu around the yard.
See, our dog and the bunny are actually really like close. Like they'll chill together and like just snuggle up. But there will be times where they'll take turns chasing each other back and forth in the hallways, and I think it's hilarious because the dog will start and chase the bunny, and the bunny will like Zoe will turn around, and the bunny will start chasing it down, and I'm like, this is just a sight to see.
It was hilarious to see Shadow the Shih Tzu chase around Thumper the bunny, like, and then I think Thumper would get mad because he would like he would run after me, turn around, Thumper's like, and just like, and the bunny, the bunny legs, like, whoop, whoop, whoop. It's like, oh, hopefully there's no other dogs coming to the yard. Whoa. Yeah.
I think it's hilarious for like the bunnies. I have like hardwood floors. The bunny like slides if it tries to stop while it's running. And it's the most hilarious thing. I saw him the other day like slide into the wall, and I think the broom was there, and he just knocked over the broom. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Live with a little drunk.
I mean, we were talking about this before we went on the air. It's like you actually went to All Out. If you want to talk about your experiences, what it was like, just to see, like the Lucha Brothers when they won the tag titles. Joe cried. I think Joe cried.
I cried.
That was my favorite match of the entire show. Mouse, my stepfather, I literally texted him and was like, "This is what wrestling's about. This is what I want to wrestle like." And he was like, I could tell he was like, she's definitely having a good time right now.
Yeah, my favorite moment from that show was Joe Knows It when Naru Suzuki came out. I think everyone said, "Oh, the big surprise is Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan." I'm like, I expected those two to be there. And I'm like, Minoru Suzuki, you didn't expect him to show up. That was the biggest surprise right there. As soon as Kazi Nair hit, I think I lost my shit right there. That's how amazing that was.
I was so hyped for it. I was like, let's go.
Minoru Suzuki. Because he knows how big of a New Japan. Joe knows how big of a New Japan.
Oh, yeah. Geek is like our old past podcasts, our first two podcasts we ever did. We talked about what was it? The tournament? One of the tournaments?
I think it was the G1. The G1.
The G1 tournament.
Yeah.
By the way, your lights in your room are so cool.
Thank you.
So cool.
We had somebody also on a podcast. He had like space in his background, which looked absolutely awesome. I don't know if you know Jason Hyde or.
I don't know why that like name sounds familiar, but it's not like registering in my brain.
He's from Scotland.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
He has like his whole. He has
international
like,
wrestlers, so like they'll look each other up because Alfie from London, England. I'll be looking at the wrestlers that are coming on our podcast, or like people that are soon to come on our podcast, and I can see the likes. And the first person I picture I see is Alfie, and I'm like, "Huh, Alfie's getting herself around. She's going around. She's from England. She's a British wrestler." And I'm like, she's going to the American wrestlers and following them. I'm like,
that's
that's
awesome.
that's family. That's like that tying into my that thing I just said. My question: is there any other countries you would like to travel and wrestle to?
I definitely want to travel to Japan. Japan is like my big goal. I take Japanese as my language in school,
Oh wow!
and it's like that is like my mindset of like if there's anywhere I would want to go for wrestling, it would be Japan.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's like the Jack Nicholson meme from Anger Management. You know the one. Joe knows the one I'm
Yeah,
talking
I'm doing it
about.
because before you were saying you do the kickboxing. Have you ever thought of doing like a light MMA, like that UF? What's that UFK thing?
UCF, I think it's called
UCF?
Ultimate Fighting Championship Unlimited or Blood Sport.
I'm not against the idea. I just haven't been like asked about it or anything like that.
We know quite a few girls that are in that. Kaya the witch, she's in that.
Mm-hmm.
Megan.
Megan Mason, she's in
Mm-hmm.
that. Lady Frost is in that. To quite a few names, quite a few names.
Masha, right?
Masha,
Maka too.
Uh-huh.
yeah, we understand. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to plug anywhere, you could find they could find your merchandise.
All of my merchandise is at bigstarkzbrand.com. And it's like linked in my Twitter bio too. My Twitter is at Billie Starkz, Billie, and Starkz is STARKZ. And yeah,
We want to thank you so much for coming on our podcast,
Thank
by
you,
the way.
Billy.
Thank you,
thank you so
and
much for having me, guys.
we know how busy you are too. So
You're a busy lady.
we appreciate it. So
And thank you, and please spread the word to all the other wrestlers that you in your locker rooms and stuff like that. Tell them Jude's at Ringside is always open for an interview, like whenever we're available. Like just tell them we're always in the mood to talk about wrestling. So
yeah, thank you.
yeah,
Definitely. I really enjoyed talking to you guys.
thank
Thank
you
you
so much.
so
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a great night.
You
Take care.
too. Safe trip.
What a great interview, Joe.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if you got the chance to catch Dynamite last night. Did you? Or
No, I missed it. I heard there's a lot of highlights happen. What
there's
happened?
a lot of stuff that they set up for Arthur Ashe, which Geek will be going to next Wednesday. So, if anybody wants to meet up with Geek, I'll be at Arthur Ashe Stadium for all AEW Dynamite Grand Slam next week. But yeah, I mean, they had some great stuff with Cody returning last night. What else happened? They set up a lot of matches for Dynamite, and the Super Click is back, Joe.
Oh boy.
The Super Click, and then Joe,
And then
and then they.
and then I'm not getting yelled at by one of our friends. She got mad at me. I think she wanted to beat me up.
But
So
yeah.
Geek, you want to talk about anything else, or you want to go?
I still want to talk about the AEW show last night. I thought it was a great show, and then we're actually going to get Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega on free TV, and it's going to be a 4-hour show.
Oh God,
4 hours. Well, not together, but it's going to be 2 hours of Dynamite and then 2 hours of Rampage on that Friday. So it's going to be a 4-hour show, but Geek's not going to come home until probably like 2 a.m.
You're like, Joe, I'm so tired. We can't hang out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's Dynamite Grand Slam. It's going to be a great show next week. I'm looking forward to it. So, Joe, do you have anything else to say, or?
Just prepare because we have 2 shows tomorrow. We have one with what was her name again? Sign
Shorty.
Shorty at 11 p.m. at night, and then 8 p.m. we have another wrestler. So we will see you guys tomorrow, and have a great night. Thanks again, Billie Stark.